now. So we should really be building to reduce that energy cost. So be aware of this. When you are looking for the next place you're going to live, or you're going to stay, or you're going to build, make sure that it's a green building, because it will put money back into your pockets. So these are the different, I think we'll be able to share this presentation at some point. We would definitely want to reach out to all of you at the end of the day. So please indulge us if we ask you to give us your email address, and the can actually be sent to you at the end of the day. There's also a survey that we will do at the end of the entire program, just to know your thoughts, what you think about the program, and if there's anything you want us to know. So the advantages for developers, the advantages for investors, brand recognition. If you want to be different, then definitely Edge can brand it for you. There are, next slide, please. So this is our own certificate in terms of what we have done worldwide, what the Edge program has done worldwide. We are in 128 square meters. So it's a global program. And this actually speaks for itself. Next slide, please. And this is for Africa. So we'll bring it down from global 128 million to 12 million in Africa. Nigeria is there at 922. Ghana too is there. My colleague is here. You'll see that Ghana is doing better than us in terms of square meters. Why is that? We should be doing better than Kenya. Kenya is 1.3. So we need to find a way to ramp up so that Nigeria really can be better than even South Africa. South Africa has 7 million, over 7 million square meters. And the total for the different countries. So how do you certify? How do you get that certificate? The first thing is that there are 3 levels. You know, just like they will say you passed with first class, second class, and 2-2, and so on. Edge also has different levels. You can be Edge certified, just the normal Edge certification, where you are 20% better than other types of projects, similar projects. You can be Edge advanced, where you are 40% better. You manage your energy 40% better than other projects. And the final one, which is zero carbon, is where we all aspire to be. All our buildings, that is what we want to have. That by 2050, all buildings, right, will be net zero. What it means is that for you to be net zero, the building must be Edge advanced, and then you must be able to use all renewable energy, or maybe you do carbon offsets. You have to be almost totally off the grid for you to say that, yes, you are going to be net zero. And the building also needs to be in use, because it's by the use and the energy consumption of that building that you can really infer or know how the building is doing. So for you to be net zero, definitely you have to be using the building. Next slide, please. So this is the free app, the free Edge app. It sits on our website, www.edgebuildings.com. And my colleague Paul is going to be speaking about this Totally. So get ready. If you don't have internet, please buy internet because you are going to be doing some practicals later. Next slide, please. And the process of certification is that you can have two types of certification, either the preliminary certification or the final certification. Design is where we want you guys to help us. Let us start designing our buildings as green buildings because it makes it easier to certify. It makes it more cost effective to certify. So design is the first one. But if your building is already done, right, you can also do a final certification. So the auditors will come in, check the building, tell you maybe, oh, you need to put this particular light here or so on and so forth. And that gets you the final certification. Next slide, please. We have 4 certifiers. We don't do the certification ourselves. We own the proprietary rights of the Edge app. So we manage that. But in terms of people who will that your building is fully green and meets all the requirements, that is up to our certifiers. And these are the 4. And they work globally. So if you have a building and you speak to Sintali, Bureau Veritas, the Green Building Council of South Africa, GBCI, and these guys will tell you how much it will cost to do the certification. Their certification costs are all online, so you can see how much it costs to do a building. Next slide, please. At the end of the day, when you get a certificate, this is what it looks like. And you can put it on your building. Or if it's a final certification, next slide, please, you can put a plaque up to show that, yes, it's a green building. So anytime you are going into any building now, check whether they have the plaque. You would have seen the lead one as well. The Edge one is also in some buildings. And there are some in this Abuja as well. I told you that we've done almost 1 million square meters in Nigeria. Next slide, please. So maybe this might be of interest to you. We have people that we call Edge experts. And we have some in the house. I think there are some Edge experts in the house. I see one person that's coming in who's an Edge expert. And we have some Edge experts in the house right now. These are people who know the Edge app very well that you can approach, and they will help you go through the process of certification. The good thing also is that you can become an Edge expert. You can decide to do the training. You can do the exam, pass it, and become an Edge expert, and you'll be the go-to person for developers, for people building who want to certify their building. So this might be interesting for you. The training costs, I don't think, are too prohibitive, but you can go online just to see the different kind of trainings that's available that you can do to become an Edge expert. And next slide, please. And this is what the different people do within the certification process. I talked about Edge expert. If you're an Edge expert, that's what you do. We have the auditors who come and confirm your building. And then we also have the certifier as well. Next slide, please. So let me put you through some of the case studies that we have in Nigeria quickly. These are some of the buildings that have been done in Nigeria. Please leave that for a second so that they know some of these buildings. And the Abuja ones, Nasarawa Technology Village is under Abuja because it was Abuja that was used to simulate the project. So these are some of the buildings that the projects that we have that are green in Abuja. And of course, we have in other parts. Most of them are in Lagos. And meanwhile, Abuja builds a lot more residential than Lagos. So we should really have more from Abuja than we have. So we're asking that, why is that? What can you do to help us certify more space in Abuja? Next slide. And I will just run through some of the case study quickly. I won't take long on them. This is our very first project that we did in Lagos. It was a JV with Lagos State and a company called EcoStone. And these are the buildings that they were built in 2 weeks, right? And the entire 250 units that were built, I think, was done in a year or something, very quickly. So this was the first certification that we did. Next slide. And next slide. This is a bank. The good thing is that quite a few banks are picking up certification. Sterling Bank in Lagos has certified their building. Standard Chartered is doing the same. Stanbic IBTC has done and is going to do their HQ. So a lot of banks are picking this up, and we're hoping that they're going to roll it out eventually to their clients as well. Next slide. This is the student accommodation. So certification can be done for any type of building, whether it is low income, middle income, any type of building at all. Next slide. And this one is in Kenya, warehouses. For Nigeria, warehouses is the only typology that we have not done. So we're looking for big warehouses who want to certify their building. If you know any, please put them in touch with us. Next slide. This is another one in Kenya. This one was put there because with what they did in Edge, they actually raised the very first Kenyan green building, green bond. So you can actually use Edge for several things, not just the certification. There are several things you can do with it. So they raised a green bond that was structured by Stanbic Bank, and they used the proceeds for new student accommodation. So if you are a developer, right, you can actually use your project to actually raise bonds. And green bonds as well. And there's a lot of green finance coming up and out there. We're still working a lot with our banks here to get them to come up with products that will help the markets, and I'm sure very soon we'll have all these things in place. Next slide, please. That's another project. This one was done Edge and Green Star. Green Star is another certification program. So we do have things that do more than one certification. Because, like I said, these programs do have specifics. And if you are a developer, you could say, I want all the specifics. So you can certify all round. And we have projects as well that are both lead Tishon. What we want to do is make sure that we look after our environment. Next slide. This is in Ghana, Rehoboth Properties. Next slide. These are residential homes. Next slide. So, what are we asking of you? You are the very, very first point of contact when it comes to somebody who wants to build, at least who wants to build properly. And what we're saying is that as you build green, okay? Have green in mind. And when Paul comes up here, you would see that these are probably things you are already doing. But the perception is that, oh, green is expensive. We want to change that perception. We want people to know that even if it is expensive now, it cannot be more than 1 to 3% of your capex. And you will recover that back very, very quickly as well. So we're here to change that narrative as much as possible. And the call to action stands that you should please help us in this journey of turning everything around us to green buildings. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was super engaging and exciting. We appreciate you. Before you go, I'm sure people have 1 or 2 questions, if that's okay. Is that in your parameter? So we can make it a little bit more engaging, as you said at the beginning. So I will kindly walk around to make sure I get 1 or 2 questions, maybe 3 if possible. Does anyone have any conclusive and engaging questions? By all means, I see 1 hand here. I need more. Do we have a female in the back? Do we have a student from a university? I see 2. I see 3. I'll start with the gentleman in the front. We'll make it as swift and fast as possible. You have 1 minute, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good morning. Yeah, I want to find out, the certification now, is it just the building and not the professional? I want to, because that wasn't quite clear. For instance, if I'm going to be an edge expert, am I being certified? Or just the buildings that I do? Thank you.
Should I answer as we go along?
Yes.
Okay,
By
I
all
think so.
means.
Because
Thank
if you
you.
give me 3 questions, I might forget. So let me just, I would say yes, it's in 2 parts. The edge expert is for the individual, right? So when you become an edge expert, you are able to speak to everything edge. You are able to help a client through the process of certification, okay? But it's for you as an individual when you become an edge expert, all right? But the certification itself, where you have the certificate, is for a building, for the building. So the certificate that I showed and the plaque, right, is received by the building. The Edge Expert certificate that you get is received by you. So it's for you, right? But the fact that you're an Edge Expert, right, doesn't mean that the building is certified. The building itself has to go through that process. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe that satisfies your question. I have another question here, and I think 1 more after this. Please, if you are a little bit not confident enough to stand up and ask your questions, you can write the question down on a piece of paper, and I'll present it as eloquently as possible. The gentleman in the outfit, thank you very much.
I'm a student from FUT-MINA. Yeah, an architecture student from Federal University of Technology, Mina. So I've wanted to get difference between sustainable buildings and green buildings. So please, can you separate them, or if they are the same, let me know. So
Okay,
the difference between sustainable.
I heard you, yes. Okay, I said I was going to answer one at a time. So sustainability is actually a huge word. It's like an umbrella of everything that you call sustainable. And when you're talking about sustainability, we're not talking just buildings. When you say something is sustainable, that means it is able to live longer and above its lifespan, and a good life as well. That's what sustainability means, okay? When you apply sustainable to something, what you are saying is that that thing, to ask you for that question, yes, if you're an edge expert in Nigeria, you can